We are live. This is Boy Green meets Wudi, but this is a special edition, all right, because this is the first ever Boy Green meets Wudi where there's Woody's right here, but it is not Boy Green next to me. We got a special guest. We're going to be talking New York Jets. So stay tuned for this special edition, Boy Green meets Wudi, after the intro.
Help us get a jet fan. Oh. Come on in. Go. Okay.
Third Party Thursday.
Chris, joining us here on the program with a capital P here on the program.
Wow, what an intro. I mean, Boy Green is known for having the intro, but Wudi, that was unreal, man. Thanks for the kind words.
We are men of many names.
My favorite Austrian Jets fan right there, baby.
Boy Green.
It's Wudi.
Welcome. Oh, sorry. I apologize for that. But welcome to another episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. It is your boy, James Wudi. All right. And Boy Green, he might not be on the screen, but he is right here. He grabbed his popcorn. All right. His popcorn is ready. All right. So this is going to be a great episode featuring somebody who I know you've already seen. All right. If you follow the Jets, follow what's going on in Jets land via TikTok, I know you've seen her. But even if you don't do that and you on IG, you on YouTube, you on any of the social media channels, this is our favorite Jet fan, the Jet Rant girl herself, Abby. How you doing?
Oh my God, what an intro. I'm so honored. I mean, you might co-host it all with TFT, but dang, I was like, I needed that. What a hype man.
Yes. Hey, we got all the hype. We got all the nuggets. Okay. We got a very short and sweet, but definitely action-packed episode planned for you guys right now. What up to everybody in the comments? Johnny boy. Oh, snap.
Johnny.
Yes. We got the special episode. So we got to react to some comments. We got to react to some interviews. So I guess, I'll dive right in. I know Boy Green spoke to this channel this morning about Ron Rivera getting interviewed from the New York Jets. Abby, do you have any thoughts on this?
2 words. Hell no. That accurately sums it up. I mean, I like the guy. Let me say that. Personally, I think he's a great guy. No, he's not going to come and save this franchise. This franchise is like already a dumpster fire, and you're bringing another dumpster fire right on top of it. 102 and 103 is his record pretty much. And look how he finished with the Commanders. And after he left, look at what the Commanders are doing now. And let me tell you, he won the division. He won his divisions twice with a 7-win team. Dude, a 7-win team. No, the answer is no. It's just, I like I said, I like him, but no, hell no for me.
Well, I don't want there to be an echo in here, but I do really like him as a person. I even think, I don't think he's a bad coach. He's just, and this is the first thing you said, Abby, was that he's not going to save the team, right? Like, I think he is not the solution we need. He is a good coach. If we, need somebody to, I don't know, come in as maybe even like a DC or, helping, with linebackers or something like that. Yeah. Okay, Ron. But to be the head coach of the New York Jets, given where we're at and where we're trying to be, I'm gonna have to say no, thank you. I'm gonna have to say no, thank you. Thanks, but no thanks to Ron Rivera. Let me ask you. This actually isn't something that we talked about, but it just popped in my head. Is that a lot of people are really fixated on offensive coach versus defensive coach. They just automatically, it's like, burn all the defensive coach candidates. All right. I only want to see offensive coach. How do you feel about that breakdown between offense and defense. Do you have a are you like, oh, definitely this, or are you open to different types of coaches?
I mean, I feel like at one point I was more like go the offensive minded type of route. But to be honest, at this point, I think I'm more open. I think we need to be open in order to fix this team. We have to, that's why you see them interviewing so many different candidates for all these jobs. You know what I mean? Even though it's probably going to be a no, you might as well. Let's see. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said, the last Saleh was obviously defensive minded. We've had several defensive minded. It kind of looks like I can see why it hasn't worked out in our favor. I also don't think that's been the sole problem either. We also haven't had a quarterback. There's been a lot of other issues with it. So I'm open. I don't know how you feel, Wudi.
I completely open to all realms, right? Technically, John Harbaugh was a special teams coordinator, you know what I'm saying? So whatever side of the ball, whether it's special teams, defense, offense, what we really need is somebody who's going to help win games, right? I feel like, for me personally, what I'm looking for is discipline, right? Enough with the penalties, discipline, accountability, and winning football games. You see all these coaches catching flack because they don't know how to use timeouts, right? That is not something we have ever said in life about Bill Belichick, about Andy Reid, and some of Belichick's disciples out there, Mike Vrabel, Brian Flores. Those are guys that have out-chessed Belichick at times with those different things. I've seen too many times just watching the Jets, on a questionable call, the Jets, slowly get into the line, and then, the challenge flag is thrown. Now that play is negated. No, if it looked like he bobbled that, hurry up offense right now, snap the ball. Mike Vrabel's teams, that happens every time. Stuff like that, right? That's how you win. Like, that's the little things that will win you games. And that does not matter whatsoever if they're an offensive or defensive coach. So I completely agree. I think, we shouldn't be, bogged down into, let's get a specific type of coach. Shout out to TFT, one of the best pages in the game, right? I agree with this. Don't care if he's offensive or defensive. We just need a leader, culture shifter. Definitely need that culture shift for sure. But speaking
accountability is like the main word there.
Preach accountability. Do you think that Rex Ryan will provide accountability?
Oh man, Jets fans be on one with Rex Ryan, and I swear if you go against him, it's like you're the worst person in the world. I swear. I feel like I've been fighting people lately. I love Rex Ryan. Let me tell you that. I love him. He brought us to back-to-back AFC championships. I know all of that. I think this team needs to just start over, and you don't start over by going back to the past, to be honest. We need to move forward, and I get it. He's a passionate guy. He really wants the job. He's also been out of coaching for a long time. His last four seasons with us were not good. His 2 seasons with Buffalo were also not good. So that's how he ended. He's also been out of coaching. And so, yes, I'm okay that we gave him the courtesy to go ahead and give him an interview. You know what I mean? I'm absolutely fine with that. And if he came, I would probably be fine with that as well. He's not my top candidate either, though. I just feel like to go in everyone's talking about a rebuild. You don't rebuild on old foundation, is how I will say it.
Just a quick special shout out to Boy Green's dating profile. I'm not sure if he's gotten any matches with the offensive coaches, but my God, Brent, somebody need a match with Brent, man. All right, Jets for life. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, I feel like that's a green flag if I've ever seen one. So I don't know why they're hating on my man's like that. But I completely
loyalty.
Completely agree, Abby, with your Rex. Right? How can you move forward? You guys are looking in the past. You guys are looking 15 years in the past. And I can understand if, he's been, grinding, innovating, doing stuff in the league. And it's like, damn, look at, for people who want Darnold back. Darnold is literally, might get the number 1 seed in the NFC. he's been torching. He's at, if those numbers that he has this year would be the best numbers in New York Jets history. So I can understand people being like, damn, like look at Sam. You know, imagine if he came back. Rex has been sitting just out of the league for years. Nobody wants anything to do with him. His last, and it's not like, oh, 1 bad year, 2 bad years. His last 5 years as a head coach were nothing to write home about. And why are we running back to Rex? I just don't get it. And again, this is another one where personally, you know, if Rex knocks on this door right here, is like, yo, can I come in and get something to eat? Yes, Rex, you always got food at my table. Rex, you always got my love, my respect, my appreciation. But for the Jets in 2025 and beyond, what we're trying to accomplish, I don't think you can look 15 years in the past and look at somebody who has been sitting without a job, without calls for a job for years, and expect that guy to be the one to pull you out of this dumpster fire that we're currently in. So that's what.
Let me ask you a question, Woody, because I was just thinking about it. Obviously, Belichick's now at UNC, moved on to college football. Out of the two, who would you have rather had?
Belichick or Rex?
Yeah.
I mean, if we solely trying to win football games, give me Bill Belichick. But as a Jets fan, you know, as a self-respecting human being, I'm gonna have to say, give me Rex. I cannot have Bill Belichick be a part of this franchise. I can't do it. I can't have Bill Belichick be a part of this franchise. He is the worst. He is the devil. You know, we talk about Joe Namath selling his soul to the devil. I think it was Bill Belichick. I think he is Satan himself. So I would not want him on the squad. So to answer your question, if it was only them two, give me Rex, and I'll take the speeches. Give us Hard Knocks all over again, and I'll be box office. The popcorn that Boy Game was talking about, I'll have some popcorn for that.
I mean, I'm with you there, but honestly, for both of us, the answer is neither anyway. So just thought I would throw that in there for just little giggles.
Well, you know who has not been giggling recently is Aaron Rodgers, who just had a stinker, my God, PU stinker against the Buffalo Bills. So bad, actually, that he was benched. He said he benched himself in the fourth quarter. And Tyrod Taylor took the same team and scored 2 touchdowns. I don't think they changed receivers or anything, right? They're still throwing to the same people Aaron was throwing to. Threw 2 touchdowns. You know, obviously this season is probably the most disappointing season for any Jet fan's life, no matter how old you are. Aaron Rodgers is a big part of that. Should I go first about if we should keep Aaron or not?
Yeah, because you're more clear cut on it than me.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to say, and this is super unpopular decision, but if you've watched the show in the past, you know I'm not all about, but I just happen to give decisions that are unpopular. Keep Aaron Rodgers. I've said it every single time it came up. I said keep him. And before last week, a lot of you were saying keep him. Oh, what do you mean? You know, the last however many games, 14 touchdowns, 1 interception, keep him. Now, 1 game, all of a sudden, all those people are like, nah, I never even said that. 14, nah, I never said that. Nah, he stinks. He stunk all year. What, like, I cannot keep up with the, wishy-washy, just, flip-flop. I cannot keep up with, who's on what side. But what I've seen from week 1, and I'm still seeing right now, is somebody whose mind is sharp, somebody whose arm is still there. And you've actually seen very clearly what hurt Aaron Rodgers looks like and what healthy Aaron Rodgers looks like. And healthy Aaron Rodgers, we all were in unison pretty much shouting to the heavens that, oh, wow, this guy could be we want him as long as he's willing to play here. Now, he got banged up. We knew he was banged up. We knew that he had a severe leg injury, and then for some reason expected him to play as if he was still healthy Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't, right? He stinks it up. And now we're like, wow, that guy stinks. I think that's a super unfair analysis of what we just watched this Sunday. I think next year, what the coach needs to do a much better job of doing is telling Aaron Rodgers to sit the fuck down. Sit down. like if you are hurt, we have Tyrod, right? The coaches here, we didn't have coaches. Ulbrich has no idea what he's doing. No disrespect to the man. He has no clue what he is doing. So if Aaron wants to play, if Aaron wants to go for it on fourth down, okay, Aaron, you run this show. And that's what they're doing. But if Aaron, right, can play, give us healthy games, and when he's not healthy, next year's coach can just be like, hey, Aaron, sit down. All right. You're not playing. Tyrod is playing these next few games. Then I don't see what, I think that would give us still a great chance to win. It obviously keeps Devontae and, Garrett. And now we still have one of those elite duos in the league with Aaron Rodgers at the helm. That's my take.
I mean, you're going to hate me because I feel like I've been a little wishy-washy. I haven't gone on the record and said that, though. It's been an internal thing. I haven't flat out been like, 1 week I'm this way, 1 week I'm that way. I just haven't said anything because, quite frankly, I don't know. I don't want to get fooled by how we play since we've been eliminated from the playoffs. At the same time, though, I kind of feel like we have to run it back with him to some extent because available. We're not going to get a top two. We're not going to get Shador. We're not going to get Cam Ward. And outside of that, it's a whole lot of nobodies. And I've heard the option we can run it back with Taylor. And then again, we're another year out from, the playoffs again. You're already setting yourself up for failure. And at this point too, I mean, we're going to have a new coach and new GM, obviously for 2025. And it's just like, the playoff hopes with those alone are like for me, it's not like we're going to for me, go to the playoffs next year with a new head coach and a new GM and a whole new squad. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm open to bringing him back as well. He's played pretty well the last couple of weeks. And you're right. When he's not banged up, he comes out absolutely strong. I think he can still throw. I think he can still sling the ball. Obviously, we had some OTA things. And I think now everything has kind of especially the offensive line, sometimes they've been wishy-washy. But for the most part, I feel like they're starting to kind of gel together, but they're banged up as well. Everyone is beat up at this point. We put Band-Aids on everything. And that includes a little bit of Aaron Rodgers too. We put a lot on him knowing that he tore his Achilles last year. You know what I mean? So I'm open to it. Just simply because I don't think there's anyone else that we're going to run it back. And can you tell me you want to go 15 years without the playoffs? That's what it's going to look like. He gives us the best chance to maybe do something.
I, obviously completely agree. He gives us the best chance. If you're looking at that pool of players, you're not looking at the draft. You brought up the draft. Excellent point, right? We're not going to get one of the top QBs. So then that leaves us free agency. We're looking at Jameis Winston, potentially making a trade
Our
for
Cousins.
Exactly, yes. Who also is dealing with Achilles, right? It's the same thing. He's been looking like straight buns. Sam Darnold, but Darnold, I mean, any self-respecting man would never come back here after what we've done to him. So, or if they keep Darnold, right, if the Vikings keep Darnold, it's a trade for JJ McCarthy, which is probably the best of all those, of all the options, because he's somebody who's on a rookie deal, right, for the next few years. It could still be molded, depending on who the head coach is. They could, let's say Brian Flores is the head coach. Brian Flores was just his DC, right? They were in the building together all year. Brian Flores come in, trade for JJ, bring in, somebody from that O'Connell coaching tree, and now here we are running Vikings East, right? That's something that's possible, but that's a lot of moving pieces. I think Aaron, I got our guy Boy Green saying he's old and broken. I mean, literally just last week. Boy Green, you are the king of the wishy-washy. The king. My God. I'm about to bring up clips of our show 2 weeks ago. You say he was going to break every record. He's going to do all this. He's going to do all that. He is not. I mean, he's definitely old, but he's not broken. Give him some healthy weeks and then put in a system in place where when he is actually hurt, we put in Tyrod. That's bad. No. I mean, Rodgers definitely wants it bad. I'm cool with the name. It don't even matter. I mean, we're both in the marquee, boy. Green don't matter whose name comes first. But yeah, I mean, as much as I would love to hear Jameis, give interviews and all that type of stuff, the Lord has not yet delivered him from pick sixes. So I need him to remain undelivered to the New York Jets. That's how I feel about that. This is getting catty. If we I mean, this would obviously be like, a kick on the way out, kick on the ass on the way out. Hey, we don't want you back. Hey, you're not going to get that milestone here. But he's definitely going to get it next year. Like, he's definitely going to play again. I really don't think he's going to go out like this. I really don't.
He was already announced as a starter, right? I thought Ulbrich already said that Rodgers was going to start anyway. So, honestly, let him throw his 500 TD, and then you can bench him.
Yes.
Get some bets.
I mean, like we said, the pool of QBs, and that's one thing I'm not seeing is somebody giving me a QB, like a tangible QB option. Like, I really think, okay, Flores, McCarthy, okay, that maybe that could work. But everything else, Jameis is not going to work. Darnold not going to come here. Kirk Cousins is worse than Rodgers, right? Milrow, someone actually said Milrow, and then the next person immediately said Milrow sucks. So, I'm good. I'm good on these options. I would rather have Buck Rodgers. Damn, bro. Tough crowd. But let's get to our last topic before we get out of here. It's our guy DJ Reed. I don't know if we can still say our guy DJ Reed. I'll speak for myself. It's still my guy, 100%. I've been telling you guys that DJ Reed, this was probably going to be his last year, contract wise and everything. Once Saleh got fired week 5, I mean, DJ Reed, that's the reason why he came, right? He knew Saleh, he trusted Saleh. That's why he came. Now they fired his guy. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in Green Bay, right? And, now him and Jair Alexander have one of the best cornerback duos in the league next year. That's what I'm expecting. But, yeah, I was not surprised to see. And the fans, wishy-washy again, when you guys fell in love with Quantez Stickers, you guys literally said, should we trade DJ Reed so that Stickers can start? You guys said that. And now you're mad that DJ Reed said he is ready for free agency. So, Abby, break down, how do you feel about DJ Reed's quote? He's ready for free agency. He's ready to move on.
You know what? Quite frankly, I'm so sick of the social media stuff with the tweets. I just saw something else with Sauce earlier. Like, I guess he was gaming or whatever. Like, people are reading so much into stuff. And like Garrett Wilson, they think everything's cryptic. Okay. You don't know these people outside of like their football careers. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? And so it's getting, honestly, for me, quite ridiculous. Like, the Jets are just the gift that keeps on giving all year. There's drama all year. I'm fine with what he said because I think he's gone too. And not because I want him gone, but because you just said it. That was Saleh's guy. And once he left, and then once JD left too, I already kind of knew what was going to happen. You know what I mean? He also has no reason to stay. Stay for what? He also wants to win at the same time. And I hate it because you mentioned the fans are wishy-washy. At one point, wasn't like DJ Reed like number 1? And I had posted it. I forgot what week it was. It was like week 6 or something like that. He was number 1 in something. And it's like, you forgot about all of that all of a sudden. Just because a player makes one bad play does not mean they are trash. They are also up sometimes against some of the best receivers in the league. So I'm not mad at what he said. I expected him to be gone, and that's just the reality of the situation. What's wrong with someone speaking a little bit of truth on Twitter? But now it's a whole blown frenzy, and I'm like, here are the Jets fans go again. Just like I said, I've said it before, time and time again. Jets fans don't argue with other franchises. We argue amongst ourselves, and that is actually crazy. But I feel like at this point, we're just the fans are just so frustrated with everything and so disappointed. I get why these little things are kind of being investigated or a big deal to some, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not. I don't think he said anything bad, and it's the reality of the situation, and it's a truth that we didn't probably want to hear, but it's the truth nonetheless.
What a bar! Damn. The truth we didn't want to hear, but it's the truth nonetheless. Just to clarify what Abby was talking about, DJ Reed was actually the number 1 ranked corner by PFF, number 1 in the NFL, number 1 for the first 6 weeks of the season.
Thank you. I knew I wasn't making it up.
Of course not. Of course. And yeah, at that time, right, we did post about it. Everyone was saying extend DJ. Now we got see you in Neverary. I did see a question here from Johnny Boy. I can't lie. I'm not a big Fields fan. I feel like he is not the same ilk of Jaden Daniels or Lamar Jackson. Yes, he can run. He can't hide, but he can run. And can he throw? I mean, we've seen I feel like he is more of like a Marcus Mariota. That's literally how I feel about him. That he has wheels. Yes, every once in a while, he'll have a game that makes you say, "Ooh, this boy can throw." But consistency is what we're looking for, and we have not gotten it with him. Now, in his defense, he has not really been around, the most innovative of offensive, coaches, right? But who are we but are? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's a good. I think we need a higher floor option than Justin Fields to be the New York Jets quarterback. I would not say that he is a better option than Aaron Rodgers. I wouldn't say that. Even hurt Rodgers is gonna perform better than Justin Fields, in my opinion. Another thing I wanted to I got 2 Indie Jets comments here. This one, I can't afford to have a heart attack on New Year's Eve, so I'm not even gonna get into this. But I would love to not do this. I think there's a little bit of Breece disrespect going on. I know Isaiah Davis has looked great at his time. I know Braylon Allen has a lot of fans, and I think that's how it should be, is that we have a committee of talented running backs. That's, the Kyle Shanahan model. That's a Sean McVay model. They have multiple running backs that can do work, and they're not in a rush to get rid of them until they price themselves out. Breece is still under his rookie deal. So I wouldn't do this. Abby, anything to add?
No, you said it perfectly. I wouldn't do that either. I mean, Breece obviously hasn't had the best of years compared to previously, but I think it's a lot of issues. You know what I mean? I think a lot, our offense is an entire issue in itself. So, and this O-line, like I said, this O-line was a Band-Aid. Okay. So
definitely was a Band-Aid that got ripped up and peeled up a couple times. Find it in the swimming pool. We got Brock Purdy. Thoughts on trading for Brock Purdy?
Brock Purdy.
Bro.
Brock Purdy.
Brook Purdy. Well, honestly, my thoughts on trading for Brook might be higher than trading for Brock, because Brock, I mean, he's Jimmy G 2.0, man. And some people might even hear that and say, "Oh, well, Jimmy G was pretty good." No. Kyle Shanahan, he likes these puppets that he can just stick his hand up there keisters and just have them do what he wants. But in the end, when it's time to make big plays, they almost never come through. And that's been the issue with Jimmy G. That's been the issue with Brock Purdy. So no, I would say unless Kyle himself is the coach of this team, hell no to Brock. Like they have absolutely no value outside of that scheme, outside of that sorry, we didn't mean to roast you like that. My bad. But yeah,
I know. I was like, no, I knew it was a typo. I just had to throw a little joke in there.
But yeah, for me personally, no, I think they're overrated. I think they look so much better with in that system with Kyle. It props up a lot of QBs. Even my glorious prince who was promised, Sam Darnold. He's looking fantastic right now. You can't just put him on any team in the league and expect him to do what he's doing right now. The system helps big time with those weapons. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say no to Brock Purdy.
Wudi, I gotta ask you a question. Did you shed a tear when Darnold ran into the locker room and they hoisted him up and he was,
A tier? Did you see my Instagram story? I was sobbing. A tier. Bro, tears running down my face. I'm so happy for this man that has scratched and clawed, has always said the right thing, done the right thing, and now he's finally getting celebrated in our locker room. Bro, oh my God, I can't wait. It's going to be cinema this Sunday night football, Lions Vikings.
I know, that's a huge game, yeah.
Oh my God, prime time. Sam Darnold about to light it up. I know Boy Green, he had some more things to say about DJ. DJ said the Jets had their chance to resign him and they didn't. Oh, well, all right. Bada bing, bada boom. ESPN ranked him as the 4th best available free agent. He's going to get the bag. He deserves it. Yes, we are in complete alignment. One of the best Jet free agent acquisitions of all time. I got to agree. I would also agree with this take from Brent that, early on Breece was getting featured, but as soon as Todd Downing took over, yes, he started getting featured. And then I feel like he gave Aaron a little bit more run. And Aaron, I feel like just at the line of scrimmage was like, all right, Ken. All right, Devontae, you got this hot route? He was just calling out of the plays. I really feel like Aaron was just or has just been on his own separate mission away from the team, which I know for those who want him gone, that's a perfect reason to want him gone. But again, with the coach, right? That's what it is. He's the inmates are running the asylum. But once you get that ward in there, then it's all good. It's all good. So that
your analogies are spot on.
I appreciate that. So I think, this is a good place to end it. We got over 300 in the building right now for this legendary first episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. Boy Green is here, but he wasn't on the screen. All right, with Abby. I think this is is this your debut on the show? Have we?
No, I was on one other time.
Okay, yeah. I thought so.
Long time ago.
Yes. Well, this time we won't have the gaps, right? We'll get you on sooner. But definitely, as a matter of fact, well, we'll talk about after the show. But yes, we definitely thank you, Abby, for your time. Thank you, everybody that's watching. This is the last episode of the year, last day of the year, New Year's Eve. All right. So everybody, just be safe, right? Take care. And, on to 2025. Hopefully somebody in One Jets Drive loves us more this next year and we can have a good year. But definitely, like Indy Jet says, hit the like, hit subscribe, Boy Green Coffee Club, all of that. He will be, on Boy Green Daily tomorrow. But, definitely appreciate everybody and happy New Year to everybody watching and to you, Abby. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Cheers to 2025.
Yes. All right.